that they receive from media outlets such as the television and the internet. This is what holds their interest. And as a result of the lack of diversity in the local music, and in an ever-changing environment where youngsters are in a rush to keep up with the lifestyles that they see on TV and that they hear from the internet and the music they listen to on the radio, Bahamian music is indeed unable to hold their interest. Mr. Chairman. Music is in the very bones of the people. Throughout the years, these musical forms have included anything with an African rhythm to it, such as Caribbean calypso, gumbe, junkanu, and rake and scrape. In fact, gumbe music is widely considered to be one type of music that is indigenous to the Bahamas. Gumbe music has been in the Bahamas since the time of slavery and has been used to tell many stories and even tell extraordinary events that have taken place in the local community. For example, Blind Bay, one of the Bahamas' premier gumbe singers, sang about King Edward leaving his throne for love, love alone. Junkanu can be traced back to the 18th century. This type of music is made with the use of gumbe goatskin drums, cowbells, conch shell horns, and whistles. In fact, similarly to rake and scrape, this combination of instruments is the basis of all indigenous Bahamian music. Nevertheless, despite these types of music being ubiquitous throughout the Bahamas, who or what can be blamed for the shift in the musical interest? Let's look at the television, for example. Consciously and unconsciously, it can be used as a powerful influence in developing and shaping culture. This can better be understood if persons were to grasp the concept of learning and conditioning. According to the world of psychology, learning is a relatively permanent experience, permanent change in behavior due to experience. Hence, it is safe to assume that the minds of the young people of society are exposed to other genre of music on a consistent basis. They are more inclined to favor that kind of music instead of traditional Bahamian music. Besides, in this day and time, being able to diversify and assimilate instead of sticking to what is traditional is the order of the day. If we were to take a look at radio stations, for example, there's not much difference in the type of music being played on a consistent basis. In fact, a closer analysis would show that on various radio stations that I will not name at this time, they play Bahamian music only on Bahamian holidays or on request. Some persons may argue that young Bahamians are still quite active when it comes to producing music. Besides, if it is made by a Bahamian, then it must be Bahamian. However, one can hear in the music and the lyrics produced by many of the younger artists today that they have been influenced by our neighbors from the north and from the south. When we talk of Bahamian music, our talk should be centered around what is traditional Bahamian music and considered to be authentically Bahamian and has not been influenced by outside factors. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, in today's society, the Bahamian culture is quickly becoming a hybrid culture. And when it comes to music, the Bahamian musical taste and appreciation has greatly been influenced by popular music which emanates from places such as the United States and various parts of the Caribbean. It should be the endeavor of those who know what traditional Bahamian music is to encourage the younger generation, not to eliminate it from the equation altogether, but rather continue to develop it, to continue to diversify. Because in the words of E. Clement Bethel, it is only by confronting one's self-origins that the future of distinctly Bahamian music can be ensured. Mr. Chairman.
Indeed.